that's what they really want and need, is not just to feel good in the moment that they make the decision, but to feel good in the next 6 months while you're making this major change for them.
There's a lot of parallels to between the process that you just described and launching somebody's marketing campaigns, to be fully honest with you. It's with you guys and the tiny homes that services or the tiny home companies that we help service. One thing that I've discovered since we started going outside of the anchored tiny home family was how important the decision it is, like to make right before they make that decision, because it's your baby, it's your business. You want to be able to know that the things that you've made the decisions on were right, and you need to constantly, like the as the service provider, you need to constantly reset those expectations as things come up and all that stuff. So, what would you say is like one thing that has helped you build trust so easily and so early? Because we've only been together for a year, right? So what's one thing that you would recommend to other tiny home agency or other tiny home companies and builders to allow them to build that trust that you do on an everyday basis?
Yeah, I think part of it is probably, purposefully not having an agenda when you meet with a client, right?
Hmm.
That you're just there to listen. I mean, and it seems like an obvious point. Anybody in sales who's really in sales knows that you're supposed to listen. I know that there's this concept out there that salespeople are just talking, 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 but good salespeople, right? Good people are listening and they're trying to solve a problem. And understanding and hearing what the problem is the biggest part. Not cutting people off, not trying to get your thought across first and all that kind of stuff. But it really is about listening to the client and understanding what it is that they're doing and dealing with, and making them feel like there are so many people in your exact same position. Everyone, it's the feel felt found to a to a degree, right? I know
It's
exactly how
shocking to
you
me how many
feel.
salespeople don't know that. Actually, I've had to teach them that
Yeah,
the majority of the clients feel felt found.
it's an important piece though, right? You need to
Yeah.
they need to be heard. They need to be feel like they're understood. Um, a lot of I think another thing that I do is I give them ballpark pricing the moment I sit down with them. I'm not
Okay.
hiding anything. I'm not. I'll even tell it over the phone before I meet with them. I want to make sure that they understand, kind of what the situation is. But immediately turning around and responding to customers' requests and needs. If I get an email or a phone message, I mean, I'm literally turning that around as quickly as I can be in front of my computer.